Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, and today I am going to be showing you how to achieve this blow dry. So this is sort of like my go-to blow dry if I'm going to like a wedding or an event or something like that, and I just kind of want to like smooth out my hair slightly and give it a little bit of natural body. So I haven't used any kind of like sticky products in the root to give it volume or anything. I've literally just kept it to the True Soft Argan Oil and the TG After Party smoothing cream. So I went in first with the True Soft Argan Oil, a few pumps in the hand, and just put it through the lengths and ends just to keep it really nice and soft and give it a really lovely natural glow. And then I went in with the TG After Party smoothing cream, which I love. So I put that in sort of from root to tip pretty much, not right on the scalp. Probably like leaving a halo section at the top and just like working it from like here down. So yeah, this blow dry is just gonna like smooth out all your frizziness at the root. It's gonna add a nice little wave and a little flick through the ends, just so your hair looks super lovely and natural for all of those events that you have planned once this is all over. So you have time to practice, which is great. So yeah, we're gonna get into it now, and I will show you the technique I used. Everything that I have used, I will link in the description below, so you can pick that up if you need to. But apart from that, we will get into it now, and I hope you enjoy it. And if you do, don't forget to like and subscribe. So we are gonna start with the blow dryer, and we're gonna blow dry our hair so it's like 80% dry, because you don't wanna go straight in with the brush and it be really wet. And my hair holds a lot of moisture and all its wetness at the root. So I'm gonna go in with my hairdryer. I'm just gonna blast it off a little bit more. I've already put in my products, you guys have seen that. So yeah, I'm gonna go in and I'm gonna dry it quickly with this, 80% dry, and then we will start doing the blow drying technique. And now I'm gonna go in and section it with some clips. So what we're gonna do first is we're just gonna follow the natural parting and then part it at the back, so you have two different sections, okay? So I'm gonna start on this side just because it's easier for you guys to watch this side, and I have my mirror here, so I'm gonna be looking this way. So yeah, I'm gonna section this side out of the way just to keep it nice and tidy, and then we can just work on one side without this side falling in. So yeah, clip that side out of the way, and then we can crack on with this side. So I'm gonna take my other clip, and I'm gonna take a small section at the back of the head. So we're gonna start right at the back. So there's not too much hair there, just a relatively small section. And now you're gonna clip all of this top hair out of the way as well. So because I have quite frizzy hair, I'm gonna start with smoothing out the roots first. So what we're gonna do now is we're gonna take the hair, we're gonna put the hairbrush in and wrap it over once. And then with the nozzle here, we're going to blow the air down the hair follicle, just like this. And there you can see that has just really smoothed out that top root section. So now we're gonna start lifting the hair to get a little bit of body in it. So we're gonna go under with the brush, hairdryer on, and we're going to pull the hair up towards the sky, just to create that root lift. So now we've created a little bit of lift at the root, we're gonna go in and do the ends. So I want a slight wave, sort of a really soft curl, nothing too bouncy through the ends. So we're now gonna get the hair and wrap it around the brush towards the back. We're gonna put the hairdryer on, and we're gonna work down like this, twisting the brush really slowly, just to get a nice, soft curl on those ends, okay? And then once we've got the ends completely curled around the brush, we're gonna slowly work up towards the root, just like that. So you can see now, the hair is kind of wrapped around the brush. So now I'm just gonna leave that brush in for a bit whilst I section the next section, just so that it dries with that curl. So we're gonna take the hair down again and go in and take another sort of like 1.5 inch depth section. This is completely dependent on the texture of your hair. So if you have fine hair, you can probably section slightly chunkier sections, otherwise you're gonna have really sort of ringlety curls. And if you want a softer curl with fine hair, you're gonna want to take bigger sections. Saying that, if you have really thick hair or coarse textured hair or curly hair, you're gonna need to take thinner sections. You're gonna have to do a lot of the smoothing out at the root first and then go in and twist the ends. With finer hair, I would recommend going in with like a volume boosting mousse or something at the root, just to give it that extra lift. And if you have sort of thicker, coarser, curlier hair, you want to use a smoothing cream or something that's gonna relax the curl and add moisture and shine. So I haven't used any volume products today, just because I want this to last sort of like all week. I don't wanna have to wash my hair again. And if I use sort of heavy products at the root, usually I have to wash my hair a little bit sooner, and I don't wanna do that. So we're gonna go in now and take our next section. So you can see we've got the hairbrush still here in the hair. We're gonna go in and take like 1.5 inch section, just using our finger. It's quite simple, and just gliding it all the way round to the parting at the back. So again, we're gonna section this part of hair out of the way, and we're gonna crack on with this side. So now, we're gonna take this out, so you can slowly sort of unravel the brush, and then twist it through, and you have your first little Salon Blowdry wave. So we're gonna do the same now. I'm gonna start the back section just because it's a little bit harder, so I'll work from the back to the front. We're gonna do exactly the same technique. So we're gonna go first in with the hairbrush and blow the hairdryer down the hair follicle to smooth out the root. Then we're gonna go in with the hairbrush and lift the hair up to add volume. And then we're gonna go through the ends and do the twist. So another thing we can do now to set the curl rather than leave the hairbrush in is you can put your hairdryer on the coolest setting, so flick it over, and then blast the hairbrush with cold air just to set the curl around the hairbrush. So we're gonna do the same with this section, going in with the hairbrush from the top down, and then we're gonna lift afterwards and then curl the ends. And take that one out. So another thing you could do, sorry, I've got hay fever, so you're probably gonna see me like itching my face a lot today. So if you wanted to sort of like keep the curl really twisted, you could leave the hairbrush in each one. So once you sort of done that section, you could just kind of like brush it through and roll it back up and leave it in your hair like that whilst you blow dry the next one. Sometimes I just tend to do it as well, like with different sections, so that they're not all sort of the same. Oh, sorry, itchy lows. So this one I might leave in, next one I won't, so it's slightly softer, and then maybe the one after that I'll leave it in, because I quite often do that so it adds different texture rather than it all being the same curl. So you've got sort of like ones that are slightly more voluminous than others. So we've taken another section. We're gonna start towards the back and then do the front section after. So we'll leave that one in as well, and then I'm just gonna take this front one out. So when they feel a bit stuck, you wanna just kind of like pull different parts of the hair out, and then it will slowly release. There we go. And there you can just see that one's just got like a really nice soft curl on it now. So we're gonna go on to this front section. And then with this top section here, we're just gonna take each section from the front And then we're gonna clip all of that back just to keep it really neat and tidy through the top. So I'm gonna go in with a slightly smaller brush around my fringe just to get like a nice soft curl on it. And all I'm gonna do is blow dry it forward. So as you can see, I've just used the smaller brush at the front, like the second section that I just took at the front as well. Through the back, I want it to be more of like a flick here and there, but then through the front, I want it to like really curl backwards. So yeah, I'm gonna use this small brush, maybe the first 2 sections on each side, and I'm probably gonna leave it in for a little while as well, just to really sort of dry that curl into place. So on the next section, I'm gonna go in with my second biggest brush. All of my brushes I get from Capital Hair and Beauty in Brighton. This is the Capital own brand number 16. These aren't my favorite brushes. I don't mind them, but I just find them quite hard to twist because they're like, quite like a bulb shape, if you can see there, whereas my old brushes that I used to have were really straight. They were all the same sort of size all the way around, and I think my hands just really got used to sort of like twisting them. But I'm sure, I've only been using these for like a few months, so I'm sure I will get used to them eventually. But yeah, they're definitely not as good as the good old-fashioned Toni & Guy round brushes, which I love, which I should probably just order them, to be honest. That would probably be easier because I like them, so yeah, maybe I'll do that. But yeah, I'm gonna go on to the next section with the second biggest brush and do the same thing. So now I'm going to whiz through this side and I will come back and show you how it looks at the end. So guys, I have finished the blow dry. I just whizzed through this side and did exactly the same technique with the brush. So what I've done now is I've just run through it with some of my Maria Neela oil, and I've just sort of like pulled through slightly just to give it that really sort of natural, soft flick at the ends. When I blow dry my hair like this, I really don't like it to look sort of too set. So I try not to put any product in at the root. So if you can sort of see through here, it's really soft still and really natural. And that's exactly what I want from this blow dry. I don't like it to feel crispy or anything like that. I really like my hair to look natural. So I think with this blow drying technique, it smooths out any frizz at the root, which is good for me because I do get quite frizzy, curly roots. So it smooths all of that out, and then it sort of just puts that nice bit of definition through the ends, through the mid-lengths. It's not a curl, but it's like a soft wave. It kind of flows from straight to a little bit of a flick on the ends. To me, that just looks really lovely and really natural, and I absolutely love it. And I hope you guys do too. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video on how to get a nice, soft, smooth blow dry with a little bit of body through it. If you liked it, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to my channel for more videos just like this.